All right, guys. The Utah Jazz lose a rough one to the Boston Celtics. This is Hanson James. This is the SLC Dunk post-game show. That was a rough loss for Jazz fans. That was a game you really wanted to win because you could have solidified your playoff position. You could have maybe moved into the 5th seed, avoid the Rockets in the first round. And you didn't. And you got to give a lot of credit to the Boston Celtics. The Celtics came in. They hit 57% of their three-point shots, which part of that you've got to give credit to the Celtics for hitting their shots. They have good talent, and they're really well coached. Like, really well coached. Some of this game really taught me a lot about the Celtics. I've watched the Celtics like 4 or 5 times this year. Tonight, I really saw it with Jayson Tatum. I mean, I know Celtics fans, you can let me know what you think in the comments. Are we sure Jayson Tatum isn't better than Ben Simmons right now? Because my goodness, tonight he was incredible. He was he hit so many shots that were just tough. He's got that high release. He can dribble, penetrate. He's a 3-level scorer at the rim, mid-range, and at the 3. And he was doing it all tonight. My goodness, he was good tonight. What I liked from Tatum for the Celtics, too, is some of the times where I've seen Tatum play. I watched the Jazz play the Celtics earlier in the year. I liked him being aggressive this game, and I don't know. Let me know, Celtics fans, in the comments what you think if this is what he's been doing more recently. But it seems like he was just aggressive this game, and he really used his talent to score. It was impressive. He's a great rookie. The Celtics really did get a great one. So good for Celtics fans, and they were. I mean, you got to give it to the Celtics coaching staff. Like Brad Stevens, he coached a great game against the Jazz, found a way to score. I mean, they hit their shots too. Sometimes that's what happens. Sometimes you lose games when the opposing team hits 57% of their threes. It's hard to win against that, and the Jazz, we'll talk about the Jazz now. Donovan Mitchell looked great as usual, looked fantastic. I can't remember, what did he score? Mitchell scores 22. We needed 24, but he was great. 22 points, 14 points for Ricky Rubio. 16 for Jay Crowder, who played really well, but there were two or three things in that fourth quarter that really cost the game. One of the things the Jazz need to start looking out for that I'm noticing, and it's cost us games against both the Spurs and now the Celtics, they are missing key rebounds in the fourth quarter. And you've got to start wondering what the payoff is here. Is the scoring and offense from Jay Crowder overcoming the fact that we can't get a rebound when it matters most? The Celtics had like 2 rebounds in that fourth quarter, offensive boards. Like, to their credit, they got, but it was 4 points that they got because of that. And that's the game. It was over. And it was the same with the Spurs loss. The Jazz took it to overtime, but if you can get the defensive rebounds, you win the game. They missed them. And then there were 2 wide open 3-pointers for Ingles that just missed. Sometimes make or miss league. Ingles makes one of those, the game's over. So. And the Jazz didn't hit their shots tonight. So Utah from 3-point land, 27%. And they nearly won this game with the Celtics shooting 57% from 3. Utah shot 27% from 3 and nearly won this game. It's a tough loss. My heart hurts. I'm crying tears of just when Jaylen Brown made that 3, I wanted to die. One of the things between the Jazz and Celtics, and let's just talk about it, is just these teams are going to be connected now. They just are, with Hayward going to Boston and Ainge is a BYU player, and there's just a lot of connections, like Exum and Marcus Smart was kind of a debate, and there's just a lot of storylines with Boston and Utah. Boston leaves Utah Jazz Summer League, and so I wonder what the heck was that all about? Why are they leaving Summer League? Is there bad blood between the teams? Probably. Jazz pick up Jay Crowder, former Boston player. Jazz have Jonas Drebko, former Boston player. There's just a lot of storylines. So when the Jazz lose to the Celtics, it hurts. I don't know if the Celtics fans care as much. Probably not. But for Jazz fans, it's nice to beat the Celtics, and we didn't. So it makes this loss hurt more. I hurt in my heart. It's bad. I'm having a bad night now. Jazz, it's a bad night. And we had arguments on Twitter that didn't go very well. And we lost. And now we're going to probably be the 8th seed. At this point, the Jazz just need to make the playoffs. That's just, I mean, I wanted to win this game just because it solidifies our spot, but the Jazz need to make the playoffs. That's, at this point, you just want to make it. And honestly, I'm kind of hoping the Jazz fall in the 7th seed, because then you get to play the Warriors, and they might be down 2 of their stars. You know, maybe this is a blessing in disguise. I don't know. It just hurts so much. I need a silver lining. I need something to feel better. I'm hurting. Adam Ray King, Jazz blew this game, plain and simple. Yeah, they blew the game. They did. They missed shots. Boston made shots, though. So, I don't know. In some ways, Terry Rozier just went off in the fourth quarter. He made like 3 or 4 threes. Can we stop allowing three-point shooters to go off? At some point, it's, you know, I don't know what our three-point percentage defense is, but we got to figure something out. Too many threes. Yep. Horrible. We need to be so obsessed about three-pointers we kill ourselves. They didn't hit him. If Joe Ingles hits one of those 2 missed threes that were wide open, we won the game. Sometimes you just miss. Need to stop being obsessed with the 3. It's part of what keeps our offense rolling. Donovan was hitting threes tonight. Other players were not. So, I don't know. Misty, Snow, this loss makes me sad. I felt we were aggressive enough down the stretch. The Celtics defense forces a bad shooting night. That's actually a good point. Why didn't we take a timeout when they were playing zone? They had 2 6-point runs when they started running a zone. Obviously, our players did not know what to do, and so I don't know. But like, they ran that zone, and then all of a sudden they couldn't find a shot. And part of it, though, also they just missed. Like, Donovan had that one floater in the lane that goes down, we win. Ingles makes wide open 3, we win. It was just kind of like, Brandon Whiteside, just like when we choked against the bench player of the Clippers. Yes. Oh, by the way, that was one of the worst nights of my life when we missed the playoffs that year. I mean, not one of the worst. Like, I've had worse nights. But that was the night I was like driving to Logan to pick up my brother-in-law, and they lost, and I just got to listen to it on the radio, and I don't particularly care for our radio broadcast, and had to listen to us lose that way, and it was a bad night. It was one of those where smiling, but I'm dead inside. I want to die. That's what that was. Our magic number is still 5. How are we going to cut that down? I don't know. Win games and hit shots and stop letting guys shoot 57% per day. I'm dead. I don't know what to say anymore, guys. This is a really painful one. These are the ones that it's hard to do the show. It's hard to do the show. But I do it for you, the people. Even when we lose. And we take the L, and I have to take it. And guess what, everyone? You can all tweet me. I'll take those L's. Give me the L's. I'll take the L's for all of you. All the L's. We lost. We found a way to lose. Anyways, like and subscribe, guys. I appreciate it if you do. I really do. If you could also go to slcdunk.com and read all the articles, that would be great. If you could go to slcdunk on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, that would be really cool. Also on this Facebook video, like it, share it, subscribe, follow, all the things. Tough loss for the Jazz, guys. We'll come back again. And they played really well. They just didn't hit enough shots and probably a few too many turnovers, and that zone really messed them up. So, dang. But hey, how about Dante Exum? Looking like a freaking stud. Expect more minutes. He probably shouldn't have been taken out. Dante is making me look pretty good. He's looking really good. Anyone who said anything about Dante, what do you have to say? Probably not a lot. All right, talk to you later.